How's it going, everyone? Last summer, you watched me and Ben Cook journey through the mystical lands of Snowdonia, didn't you? In the blistering heat, dipping our sweaty bodies in lovely cold streams and rivers and sipping tots of brandy by campfires at night. And it was tough at times, but mostly it was just really enjoyable, to be honest. Great weather, great company, great. Today, as you can already see, it's a bit different. I am in the South Cumbrian town of Ulverston at the very start of the Cumbrian Way. There it is. That way, north, is the famous Lake District of England. Another stunningly wild and rugged place, and arguably the most beautiful place in all of England. Picture perfect villages, incredible pubs and inns. It's the home and inspiration of Beatrix Potter, many of you will know. And the concept of this adventure is much the same. I'm gonna hike through those mountains for 3 days, camping out. The only difference is it's the darkest depths of winter. It's cold, it's wet, and I'm all alone. And those things are gonna make this quite a different kettle of fish altogether. And actually, I need to go. I need to get moving. So I'm going to speak to you in a little moment about why exactly I've chosen to do this. But for now, let's go. Let's begin this adventure up this path. And already I hear roaring water. Oh God, that's bringing back bad memories. Oh no. We're absolutely 100% trapped. Goodbye Ulverston and civilization, and this is the feeling that I love the most. Even though I'm kind of a bit apprehensive, there's no better feeling than just setting off, especially on a weekday when everyone's at work. It's a Friday, the best day of the week, and we're just setting off.
As I did walk by Hampstead Fair, I came upon Mother Goose. So I turned her loose, as she was screaming.
Oh, and into the fields we go. So why am I doing this? Well, this was actually meant to be a straight line mission. I was supposed to be filming a straight line mission this weekend and a perfect circle next weekend, hence the Luxembourg and Dubai call for help. But stupid toe injury plus awful weather plus wife giving birth in a few weeks have all meant that I've had to postpone that, unfortunately. But I wanted to film something for you, some sort of challenging adventure, and I thought, well, what's my heart telling me to do? And I don't know, I was just craving a 3-day hike, but a real wintry, kind of grim weather, legs up by a roaring fire at the end of it. I wanted to leave my comfort zone for a couple of days and come out the other side a new man, kind of thing. And I guess just show you guys, yeah, it's tough, it's much, you know, it takes more mental strength, but it's doable. And the rewards are probably bigger. I mean, was I feeling it when I got up at 5 AM this morning and opened my door to this? Oh God, it's raining. Pitter patter, pitter patter. No, I wasn't. But when I was on the train, you know, and the sun began to rise and the views kind of came to the fore, I began to get excited. I was in the zone, and here we are. It's already raining. It's gonna be miserable, but I'll let you into a secret. It's just a state of mind. It's just a matter of going, ugh, I'm tough. By the end of this trip, I will have learnt at least one more invaluable lesson about myself. Got a nice shit. Oh boy. But for now, let's have a quick look at my route. Day 1 was going to be around 12 miles and would end near the shores of Lake Coniston. Day 2, the biggest day at over 20 miles and a lot more elevation, would see me pass through some of the most scenic areas in the Lake District, then some of the wildest and most rugged, before descending down into Borrowdale. And day 3 should be a simple 9 miles into the town of Keswick. Not the end of the Cumbria Way, but surely all my legs would be able to muster on this occasion. As for navigation... You know, it's funny, I've got the route on my watch here, so I'm just following a little red line, which I'm not doing a very good job at the moment. I don't have to think, I just kind of glance at it every now and then. Back in the day I would have used a map, an Ordnance Survey map, which is a much better experience in some ways. But actually, because the whole route is on my watch, and because it's so zoomed in and there's no visible map whatsoever, I haven't got a clue where I'm going or what's up ahead. So it's different, it's kind of nice, just not knowing much. Both ends of the Cumbria Way are quite farmlandy affairs, and that's exactly what it had been so far for me. Sparsely populated green rolling hills and old stone farmsteads that make you feel like you've gone back in time 50 years, except with more dog shit. Oh, lovely. But no less cups of tea. How you doing, you alright?
Oh, that was then.
Yeah, I'm silent assassin. Yeah. Oh, I so should have said, oh, you shouldn't have. But I don't know if it would have gone down very well. One of the small perks of hiking in the winter is you can keep weirder and more wonderful snacks in your bag without worrying about them going off. Goat's cheese, salami, and one of them. If you're wondering. And one of the perks of hiking in the English countryside, no matter the season, is that you're never too far from a quaint little churchyard. Sadly, this one was locked, but it did offer me some inspiring words of wisdom.
That by thinking anxiously about the future, they forget the present, such that they live in neither the present nor the future. They live as if they will never die, and die as though they have never lived. I'll take those words with me on this walk. Enjoy it. Be present, be in the moment.
I must have been feeling quite spiritual after that, because after slipping quietly through the peaceful hamlet of Broughton Rock, I got spooked by a fence post. Two things, I'm lost, I've gone wrong, but what was that haunting sound? Let me get back on track though. Okay, that's pretty stable, I think. Oh, sugar. I thought that was going to go then. No, we're all good. We're trespassing, but we're all good. And once I was back on track, I really began to start getting into this adventure. I've got to say, I've really enjoyed this route so far, this trail. Oh, spoke too soon. Yeah, it's been a wonderful mix of fields and mystical little ancient bridle ways. Wow, that is bloody mystical. Dry stone walls and the odd little road. Oh, there is snow up ahead. Snowy mountains. Shit. I thought there might be some. I think we're aiming for that kind of orange, smaller hill. And then beyond that then, along the shore of Lake Coniston, the third biggest lake in the Lake District, I believe, I'll start searching for a camp spot. Funnily enough, I met a bloke really early on today, midway through my sort of opening speech, and he was obviously a seasoned Lake District hiker, and he was actually out today putting new Cumbria Way badges on the signposts, if that's what they're called, badges. I asked him if he knew of any cheeky wild camp spots along the western shore of Lake Coniston, and he reckoned it wasn't that good. So we'll see what happens, but just look at the views that are starting to open up now as we sort of enter the Lake District proper. It's looking like it looks like Scotland basically. On my next mini descent, I got tempted by a little shortcut, but predictably ended up sneaking past a farmhouse, and after that the landscape really began to change. Wow. See, a place like this would be incredible to camp. But despite its ruggedness, this was still very much farmers' territory. There he is. Hey, all right. Wow. wonder if he'd let me camp in there if I helped him with his hose. Grow up. This is an incredible part of the path. Fenceless, green, luscious landscapes with that as a backdrop. Look at that. That's so fitting. We're going from level 2 to level 3. We're entering true Lake District country now, and it's started to rain. To be fair, I've been lucky so far. Bring it on, man. Get me soaked and then get me dry again.
But dampness clearly wasn't going to be the only issue.
I am starting to really feel it in the legs already. That is not good. But this was the worry coming into this. My fitness just isn't there. Very glad I'm not doing a straight line now. At least I'm on a path today. Say though, I'm surprised I haven't seen any other hikers apart from John, which I don't actually think he told me his name. He was a John. Could have been a Pete or a Mike, I suppose. I thought I might sort of catch someone up who's doing the Cumbria way, or at the very least someone coming the other way, but no one. Obviously I'm the only mad f***er who wanted to do it in this weather.
I did share my next stretch of charming ancient pathway with some friendly sheep.
Hello? You come to see me? I think you want my M&Ms, don't you? But I'm not going to give you them. I would, but they might make you sick.
But today had very much been a solitary experience, and nowhere embodied that more than this next place.
It's bloody lovely, isn't it? Quite dippable. Not today though, I don't think. It's so peaceful though, isn't it? Listen.
And these tranquil, grass-smattered shores got me thinking.
I tell you what, it's pretty campable by this lake, isn't it? No one would see you either, because it's in a bowl.
As lakes often are.
Problem is, I just need to make more ground today. Tomorrow's a big enough day as it is. We don't want to make it any bigger.
So I continued reluctantly past several more inviting patches of grass.
Oh, off.
Hopped over a few bogs.
Oof.
Made my own bog.
Best view I've ever had while doing a shit, I think.
And ploughed on towards Lake Coniston.
Wow. That's the loudest thing I've heard all day. Stunning. I think we're gonna join the lake shore very soon. We've done 20k, I think. So that gives me 2 hours now to search for a good place to pitch the tent. Sod's law, I'll find nothing now and wish I'd camped at that tarn, but fingers crossed.
I'll be honest with you, I've never really enjoyed camping out in the woods on my own. I'm not sure why, but as soon as darkness starts to creep in, my mood tends to drop quite a bit. It can be quite a somber and lonesome experience, so finding a cozy spot to call my own for the night becomes quite an important task. In these damp winter conditions, a campfire probably wasn't on the cards, but a nice flat spot near the shimmering waters of Lake Coniston should provide ample comfort. The coastal path was a really higgledy-piggledy one, but a beautiful one too. And not without its patches of flatness.
Decent spot, to be fair. It's just right by the path. Although I still haven't seen another hiker since John. I don't even think anyone's going to walk past for the rest of the day. Hi, how you doing? Very good, thank you. Oh.
I may not have been completely alone, but the tent-worthy patches continued to beckon.
God's sake. Surely people camp here, man. There's definitely been a fire there. Oh man, it's too good. That is definitely an option to return to, isn't it? Something tells me I won't need to though.
And that's because we were now entering the hopeful, deciduous patch of woodland I'd seen on OS maps.
I'm going to put my bag down because it's heavy. And go for a little scout. I think we might be by, don't know if I caught it on film with John, but he said the problem is with this wood, not only is it quite steep, but it's private and it's next to this campsite. We'll see. Yeah, I think that might be the entrance to it. Oh, no, it's not here. See, this is where I'd usually just pull out the smartphone and look on the map. But it's better, it's better. I'm more immersed in the adventure this way. Let's try up here. Let's go off-piste. Just looking for a flat piece of ground. Yeah, that's flat there. And that is. Yeah, that's good. Wait, has someone had a fire in this mysterious circular stone structure? I think they have, yeah. Oh yeah, well what? I think that's all the invitation I need, isn't it? Could have a little fire going here. No one would, it's like a little bowl, no one would see me. Yes, 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 yes. And I'll pitch my tent. That's not completely flat. What about through here? Just there, I think. That's amazing. We don't want to pitch up yet, do we? It's not raining. Let's just sit by the lake. Oh, beautiful. See, I need to just enjoy this with my own company. I've always been a sort of fear of missing out person. I always want to be where the buzz is. And I'm still getting urges now, even though I've done dry Jan, it's the end of Jan, so I'm a month alcohol free and 3 weeks without a smartphone. My brain's going, you know, wander that way, see who you meet, you know, chat to someone. You might end up at the pub, you know, but I need to just, yeah, I'm gonna be by myself tonight and that's fine. Enjoy it. What's more fun than doing this anyway? Don't come here to skim stones. Bloody hell. Be here all day. I learnt to skim stones in the Lake District on Lake Windermere, Scout Camp 2001. I think I need a few more lessons. Do you know what? I'm going to collect some kindling. Small twigs like this and some dry leaves. Oh, let's get up, shall we? Oh my god, that sheep shut me up. Are you alright, mate? Why are you lurking there? I'm going to collect some more wood in a bit, some slightly bigger sticks. Not going to have a big fire, just a very small one. But first I'm just going to have a little scout along the top there, just to make sure I'm not really close to a farm or anything. Just want to be non-existent. That's the idea. Nah, there's nothing up here.
And the firewood selection was looking pretty good too.
Yeah, these will do nicely. I think we'll have ourselves a nice silver birch fire. A few rocks in here, but if we remove them, it should be alright. Right, that's all that done. Cooked dinner. This is really sound, isn't it? It's because it's not raining. It's as simple as that. Like if it was raining now, it would just be a case of get in the tent, cook my food in the tent and sit there for hours. But because it's not raining at all, I can just, like, all my stuff can just be plonks on the floor, wherever, doesn't matter. Just makes all the difference. I thought rain was forecast for both days, but the Lake District just sort of does its own thing, to be honest. It's its own microclimate. Tell you what I am going to do. Get that off there, because that's just going to roll right onto my head. Don't want that in the middle of the night. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a goose. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Oh yes. That makes a huge difference to tonight's setup.
But then I got spooked again.
Oh, I thought someone was here then. It's my bloody phone. I pocket dialed someone. Emergency call. Honestly, this 144 I've just rang and it said emergency call. And while we wait for that to soften, let's get the fire going.
It seemed like my carefully harvested kindling might be too damp after all.
Come on. This might not work, you know. Come on. Come on, please. Don't say we're gonna fail.
But just as I thought my luck was out,
That's it, surely that's it. I think we may have just, by the skin of our teeth, got that going. Put another log on the fire for me. Well, there we are. Got a little fire going, look. Just a little one. Told you it would be. And I'm pretty sure now that'll be ready to tuck into. And the fire's gone out. Nothing a good blow can't fix. You know, it's so easy to look at a wood like this. I don't know if you can see me right now. And just think, oh, it's so scary. They are scary places, and I've always felt that. But the more time I've spent in woods at night, and the more times I've woken up in them in the morning, the more you just realise it's just the same place it was in the day.
be that as it may, I didn't wait too long before clambering into my cosy tent for a good night's kip.
And to cap the night off, my lovely book. My lovely book, Taddy. Oh, very good. Daddy loves you. Do you love Daddy? Oh. Did she say no?
Yeah, she said no.
Oh, great. It's always nice to phone home. Well, day one done. Really wasn't that bad, was it? Something's got to go wrong on this trip. I'm fully expecting waking up. Well, firstly, not sleeping much because of just pitter-pattering, and then having to get out the tent, pack away the tent in the pouring rain. That's not nice. But even if that doesn't happen, we have got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. See you then. Oh God, morning everyone. It's happened. This is not going to be fun, but I've visualised as best I can everything I need to do in my head just to make it as less faffy as possible, in theory.
But I didn't get off to a flyer.
Oh good, water's got in my bag. Fab. Right, it doesn't show signs of stopping, so I'm bloody going for it. Oh, here we go. Oh dear. Oh, this is Lake Districty.
My clever plan was simply to shove everything in my rucksack, pack away the tent, take everything out again, and then pack the rucksack properly with the tent. Not rocket science, but it helped my tiny brain no end.
Sweet.
If only the tent didn't weigh twice as much.
And I am off. Goodbye, camp spot. Oh, feels great, man. Just to be on the trail again, delving into new ground. Today, as I said, is going to be a big day. It's 19 miles and it's more undulating. So yeah, I'm going to be moaning today. And the weather, I mean, look, even that hillside there is up in the clouds and that's only about 100 meters tall. So it's going to just be, I don't know what I'm in for. Be interesting to see if we see any fellow hikers today. We should do, as we're heading into the heart of the Lake District. There might even be someone who started the trail yesterday like I did and stayed in Coniston village just up here, but I just never caught them up. Maybe I'll catch them up today. One thing I am pretty sure of though about today is that I won't be using my tent again or my sleeping bag. On a winter hike, there's something really magical and oldie worldy about staying in an inn. There's just something incredible about ending a tough day with a pint, with your feet up by a roaring fire in a cozy pub, and then kind of having a warm bed as a treat. You can do what you like. Some of you might be disappointed that I'm not camping out again tonight. Well, I might have to if there's no rooms, to be fair, but I think there will be rooms. And there's dogs. Hello, doggy. Hello, boy. Where's your owner? Oh, he's there. How you doing, mate? You're right. Tell you what, he looked like a f***ing army SAS general, didn't he?
Further up the lake, I wandered into another campsite and made use of a much needed bin. And sweeping lakeside fields then led me past this interesting looking old manor house and on towards the village of Coniston.
Treehouse. That is what childhood is meant to be about. Love how they keep sheep on the pitch to keep it nice and mowed. Why not?
As I entered the village, my prophecy of southbound pilgrims manifested.
Oh, first hikers in a good while. Morning.
Morning.
And where there are pilgrims, there's usually a shop.
Hello. Oh yeah. That is just what I needed this morning and what I was lacking. But here we are in Coniston. That's the place that John told me about, that I could probably pitch up on their field if I slipped them a fiver. I've got to see if there's a ball, guys. Look at that pitch, man. Look at that up there. What a view while you're playing footy. This is where we head up now into the hills, not the mountains just yet, but into the hills. The rain's picked up. Just got to head down now and grit our teeth and soldier on.
But not before another divine message from the Church of England to guide us on our journey.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I'm not really a religious man, but that may well come in very useful today. Right, let's go. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! What is this, I wonder? Huh. It's a little resting area. Do you know what? I need it. I need to put a layer in my bag. Okay, we can charge up the hill now without getting roasting. Wow, look at these. More random yew trees. Very rare outside a churchyard. This would be a great spot to come and get 99 wood cutting. There's no one here. Not even any bots. Oh my god, look at that one. That is fucking ancient. I got stuck up one once, bit even bigger than that, when I was in cubs. The cub leader had to climb up and coax me down. Little pussy.
A little further up the path, I finally caught up with some northbound hikers.
Hello.
Speedy one.
Oh, I don't know about that. Down the hill maybe.
But they were just doing a local loop. And speaking of locals, a little further on, once I'd made my way through this fairy tale little wood,
Call me Bilbo Baggins, because this is just mystical.
and over this misty hill, complete with its own natural bird bath, I bumped into a bloke I'd just been chatting to in the shop.
Hey, oh, hello again. How you doing? Yeah. Made good ground. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Suddenly there were too many people.
They're great, they are.
Tell you what I'd give to be in there. Nice,
I know.
dry, cosy.
I know.
But one left turn later, it was back into sweet isolation. Well, almost.
Hey, up. Up. I don't want to look at your arse. Move. You stubborn thing. Oh, this is... I'm really, really enjoying this today. All the uncomfortableness has gone. I'm just comfortable now in nature and in the elements, and my toe's not hurting at all. I didn't properly explain that, by the way. I injured my toe playing football. Well, ridiculously playing soccer social. I've played football all of last year and never once injured myself. And then I suggested this soccer social thing to do with my mates, kind of selfishly, because I know I'm the only one out of my mates that still plays football, so I thought, oh, I might win. And karma prevailed, and I booted the fence after a couple of pints and injured my toe. And yeah, it just took ages to heal, and I just couldn't run for weeks. And when it came to January, my fitness was just nowhere near it. And then on the other side of that, my wife is due on the 6th of March. So I can't be away past like the 10th of Feb. I mean, she could be giving birth now, for all we know. Hopefully not, because that really would make a good video, wouldn't it? Me racing back to witness the birth of my second child. So yeah, I just had this very short window to work with for a straight line mission or similar. But the weather was just shit. My luck with the weather has finally caught up with me. So that is why I'm here, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it, I've got to say.
And the beauty of this particular section of footpath was not showing any signs of relenting.
This might be the most incredible footpath I've ever walked on. It's got to be, man. It's got to be. It's just ridiculous.
The path eventually joined some tarmac, but even that was beautiful. And it was on this next couple of miles up and over the Oxen Fell and down into the little Langdale Valley where a few more hikers began to appear.
How you doing, all right?
Yeah.
Can we swap bags for a bit? yeah.
And with what felt like all the time in the world, and as a result not a single stressful thought left in my head on which to dwell, I reached a state of absolute contentment.
Well, I can safely say that I have had zero urges to pull my smartphone out of my pocket today. I think doing that camp, putting myself out of my comfort zone in such a way has just... I'm enjoying myself more today, even though it's rainy, even though it's more difficult. I'm just present. I'm loving life. I'm not just saying this for the video. I'm genuinely just content right now, and I feel like I'm almost twice the person I was yesterday. No, that's a bit ridiculous, but I'm more confident. I'm more, I don't know, more myself, you know. So my takeaway from this walk so far would be, if you're someone that maybe isn't that confident, or you're not really loving yourself right now, do something like this. Just it won't be easy, especially if you've never done it before. It'll be very hard. Look at this. This is beautiful. You'll want to quit, but I'm telling you, that is your antidote. But you've got to struggle. You've got to go through struggle. You've got to hit low points, and you've got to not quit. That's the only thing you have to do.
Believe it or not, I don't always enjoy social interactions.
Oh yeah, you're right. No problem. Where do you want to be situated? Any view's good, isn't it, really, round here?
Yeah.
Landscape?
There's no bad views.
I know. There you go.
Thank you.
I've done 3. They're all great. Have a good day.
But today was not one of those days.
Oh, hi.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry, you might be a bit.
That's all right. That's all right. I can have a rest. That was so weird. I was just about to say I literally can't get through that. And then that just magically opened as if a ghost had pushed it. This is one of the most beautiful river valleys or sections of river I've ever seen. Probably looks very different in the summer, but look at this for a setting for a river to flow through.
In other news though, I wasn't even halfway through this day. My legs were already hurting and time wasn't exactly in abundance either. The one thing I really couldn't afford to do was stop for any significant length of time. It was just unfortunate timing for me that the next village happened to have a ridiculously inviting pub right in the middle of it.
Do I? Yeah, I think I do. Just quickly. I could come to rue this decision. I can't not go in there. Look at it. Might be some football on actually.
I figured I'd probably be ending Dry Jan a day early later that evening, but I certainly didn't deserve to commit such self-betrayal just yet. So I opted for a pint of lemonade and lime instead, soaking up a bit of atmosphere and warmth until it was time to brave the rain again.
That'll be my reward though, a pint and a...
Oh, yeah, fully deserved.
Yeah, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your walk, lads.
Yeah, you too, mate. All the best.
Take care. 15 minutes. Not too bad. But yeah, need to get cracking now.
I'd figured out that I was now right on the cusp of what would be a remotely sensible time to cross the Stake Pass, the remote mountain pass that would eventually lead me through to Borrowdale, even if I were to march there. But as I went to leave the village, despite literally having the route on my wrist, I took the wrong path.
I'm the wrong side of the river. I'm in a chalet park, which is incredible. But I've got to hope there's a bridge up here over the river, otherwise I've just added on another 15 minutes.
Most people would turn back and count their losses in this situation, but that's something I seem to be unable to do.
Please be a bridge through here. Oh God. I'm never getting over that. Shit. I'm gonna gamble and I'm just gonna follow this river on this side and hope that it links up. Okay, there's a big weir, but if I can't get out of this chalet park, or if there's no bridge over there, we're screwed. Uh-oh. Whoops. There's always a naughty bit. Why is there always a naughty bit? Fuck that. That is lethal. Hopefully this isn't. And then we're onto the road. Oh, okay. Part 1 done.
But what about that confounded bridge?
Oh yes, there's a bridge. And it's absolutely beautiful. And so is that. Look at that. That church there. Oh, it's all come together. Wait, I would have crossed that bridge anyway. What a hullabaloo. Look at that. Wainwright's Inn. I wonder if that was Wainwright's drinking hole. Oh my God, I wonder if this is where he lived, because this is absolutely stunning. I've got to say, there is a strong argument to be said for the Lake District being even more stunning than Snowdonia. It's definitely less wild and it's more touristy, but the villages are more beautiful, I think. And I'm really just in the wrath of that beauty right now, really enjoying it. So much so that I've gone the wrong way again. For fuck's sake.
I was now heading into the imposing one-way street that was Langdale Valley, pathway to the tallest peaks in all of England. And it was here that my ongoing theory on a potential fellow northbound Cumbria Way hiker was finally proven correct.
Yeah, mate.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Cumbria Way?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you started in Ulverston?
Yeah, yesterday night. And I was trying to work out
Yeah, same.
whether I set off after everyone.
Yeah. I was
No,
thinking the
I was like-
exact same thing. I was thinking, am I going to catch anyone up? Yeah, I was just thinking no one else is mad enough to do it at this time of year, but
Yeah, exactly.
I was wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm just unemployed and got really bored.
Oh, really?
So I was like, fuck it.
For the next 2 miles, I was joined by friendly young Welshman Ewan.
I didn't get your name, by the way.
Tom.
Ewan. Nice to meet you.
Ewan, good to meet you, Ewan. Good Welsh name.
We talked about the benefits of a winter hike, this one being his first, the frustrations of fantasy football,
So I forgot to do my bloody FPL.
Yeah,
Do you do
I
FPL?
wildcarded while I was having lunch.
Man.
and the incredibly tempting sounding cluster of hostels and bars that lay just ahead, one of which Ewan would shortly be calling it a day at.
I'm going to be so tempted to go into one of the pubs, but it'd be the worst idea.
Well, I think the old dungeon's still got rooms available. 120 for a night, but
It's hard to describe just how tempting it was to join Ewan and indulge in a pint and a late Premier League kick-off.
yeah, I'll be honest, mate, don't know how you're going to do it. 400 metres.
I might not. If I never upload this video, then you'll know I got lost up there and died.
I'll just find you tomorrow morning.
But maybe for the first time in my life, something made me resist.
Ewan, pleasure to meet you, mate.
You, mate.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that stretch.
Yeah.
Right, it's climbing time. I don't even want to think about what's back there. There's bunk houses, there's a hiker's bar, there's 2 pubs apparently, or I've just head down, let's get over this mountain, come on.
The near vertical ramp on the altitude feature on my watch made for a daunting sight, and a slightly confusing one too, as I didn't think I'd be climbing just yet, and then I realised why.
Okay, I've just realised something, guys. I'm actually following a different route to what I wanted to follow. I'm about to go up a massive mountain. I plotted a route up this mountain because I wanted to take in, you know, one of the famous Wainwright peaks, but I decided sometime a while back that I wouldn't, that I'd just follow the Cumbrian Way, you know, just keep it simple. But I've started following this now, and I think I might as well carry on. I'm pretty sure I've got enough time to get this done before dark, so yeah, I'm just letting you know because there is slightly more potential for something to go wrong, I would say, and I've already lost the path. Is this a good idea? Decision time, Tom. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
But then, a rare moment of clarity.
No, that's too risky. It's too late in the day. Let's not be stupid. Why do I want to do it? So I can tick off a Wainwright. Well, I can do that another time. I'm pretty happy with that decision, to be honest. That's an unknown. I don't know how difficult that is or treacherous.
That little detour had cost me more time and taken me well off the Cumbria Way, but going back to New Dungeon Gill didn't make sense for a couple of reasons. I needed to find me a shortcut.
I reckon that'll be it. I reckon they're on it. Okay, I'm going to cut down here. Only problem is I have no means of navigation now, do I? Got to hope that John's been through basically and kept it well signposted. That's presuming I'm even on it right now. I might not be. Right, moment of truth. Are we on the Cumbria Way? Don't see anything there. Oof, cheers.
I was still technically lost as I passed this equally tempting establishment, but soon after...
Ah, Mickldean State Pass. How blind am I? Oh my god, chill out.
I was now heading into the ominously gloomy and lonesome looking upper reaches of the valley, but I was very glad to be on the bottom of it.
I cannot believe I even contemplated taking that route over those peaks. Look at it. This is a proper wild top of a valley now, isn't it? I love these sorts of places. Really far up the valley where, you know, civilization ends and the only way out is back down the valley or over the mountain pass, which is what I'll be hitting soon.
First I passed the last of the southbound Langdale stragglers.
Wonder how long it'll take for someone to go, are you really gonna go over the pass at this time of day, mate?
Filled my bottle up and prepared myself for the big climb.
Just can't for the life of me see the path that I'm supposed to be heading up.
What I could see over to my left was the base of the mighty Bow Fell, one of several peaks that forms the main cluster at the heart of the lakes. A very unappetising prospect at this late hour.
Do we go up there? State Pass, you can just about make it out. I don't know what Esk House is, but I don't think we want to go there. Right, this is where we start climbing. 6.5 miles till the village of whatever it's called that I'm aiming for. But for now, it's lactic acid time, unfortunately. My plan is to just take it steady up here. I've marched all the way here. I don't want to be a sweaty, crampy mess at the top. Just get up there nice and easy, and then it should just be a big, long, gradual descent then down to the village. So let's have it. This is it. This is what it's all about. Soaking wet, freezing cold on the side of a mountain in the middle of friggin' nowhere at 3 p.m. Not entirely sure if I'm gonna make it to where I need to be.
Halfway up, just as I was approaching some pretty gloomy looking clouds, I felt my blood sugar levels begin to drop.
Need the jelly babies. I thought I could wait, but I can't. It's jelly baby time.
And these helped me battle on up these steps, water cascading over almost every one of them, until they finally began to level out. The challenges, however, were far from over.
Okay, now, I injured my kneecap doing this once. Oh God. Oh shit, which way do I go? I don't know. Shit, I don't want to go up there, do I? I'm going to carry on this way. Bit dodgy this, because I don't actually know if I'm going down the right path. I might be heading towards Scarfell. I think this is the wrong way, you know. I'm going to head up there, but still, I don't know. Oh yeah, this has got to be it.
I was on what I believed to be the right track again, and in this otherworldly bowl of sodden grass, the snow appeared.
This is an inhospitable place. It's a bit like when I was up the top of that pass in Italy, in the Dolomites. It's like just the most alien, remote landscape.
As I climbed to my highest point of the trip, I couldn't help but appreciate how lucky I was that the temperature up here was above 0 and the ground not an ice rink. And in other good news,
there it is. There's the path. There's the path I would have come down. We're back on, literally back on track. Oh wow. It's descent time. Take it steady though, Tom. This is not where you want to be rolling an ankle. And when. And that is hail. Sleety hail. Slail. Hate.
And around the next bend, I got a newfound appreciation for the wildness of this place.
Jesus. Look at that, man. That is insane. You know, people talk about Scotland and Wales for mountains, but this place takes some beating. Wow. Look at that, another roaringly powerful river. Wonder what river that is. Certainly looks like we're going to do a lot of descending in a short space of time, and then it's going to be pretty flat and marchable. I do hope I can get a room in this village. There is a youth hostel and 2 inns, so should be all right. Can always camp if not.
But my work in this gigantic water-soaked valley was far from over.
It's amazing, isn't it, how every little patch of grass drains down into one little trickle or another, and they all join up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, joining forces down into this massive down here. Me.
There may have only been 3.5 miles to go until my target village of Rosthwaite, and the journey there may have been slightly downhill the whole way, but it wouldn't be the speedy walk I'd predicted, thanks in part to swollen torrents such as this one.
Oh no, 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 what do I do? I'm gonna have to throw my bag. Just let it go across. Can I jump that? Oh yes. Couldn't have done it with the bag though. Another flooder here. Oh. Something so cool about water flowing over grass. It's a beautiful thing. It's like a video game or something. Still in the middle of bloody nowhere, aren't we? I think I had the tent set up at this time last night. Would really like that path to flatten out soon. Tell you what though, it looks like there's a drop there, but we've got this huge river, so we might have a really impressive waterfall down here. Oh my god. Ooh, look, there's a campfire there. Someone's camped here. Oh my god. Oh my giddy aunt. That is deadly. That's melted snow water, remember? Freezing. Incredible place to camp though. I'm going to walk away from it. To be fair, I feel a bit less bad because how would I be able to cross it? Would have been able to get over there, would I? And I'm not doing a running jump over that thing.
After this, the rockiness and, needless to say, slippiness ramped up even more.
Full goat mode this is.
And with darkness already starting to creep in, the urge to get myself down to some elusive civilization suddenly quadrupled.
Run where I can, I think. Didn't think it would come to this, to be honest. That's a f***ing stream. They're all streams. This is not enjoyable after I think I've done 19 miles now, but I've got to get down there. I don't know how long this is going to carry on for like this.
Confusingly, it looked like the valley was going to merge with another one up ahead.
I guess we're going left down there. Bloody hell. I've massively underestimated the sheer scale of this valley. It's absolutely massive. It's so long and it's wild. The path is not flat. Round the corner and we're there. That's the way to think. Doesn't matter if we don't know if it's true. Sounds like we've got another river joining it over here, so it becomes even mightier.
In this new valley, the path didn't get any better.
See, this is the kind of thing you don't want to be doing in the dark.
But a few minutes later, whilst nibbling on one of my last jelly babies...
Oh! A village! A light! Oh my god, am I pleased to see that. Really looking forward to seeing a person, to be honest. I just felt like so isolated back there. Incredible place. Absolutely monumental place, but unforgiving.
I was going to make it down safely, but it's worth mentioning at this point that not everyone does.
I know I'm suggesting that you put yourself through a bit of an ordeal, but that was a bit, I'm pretty confident in my ability to get off a mountain with a head torch. Not everyone is going to be kind of sure-footed enough to do that. And even for me, it would be pretty dangerous. So plan it all well. These mountains are, dangerous places.
I then realised that whatever village I'd been looking at wasn't the one I was aiming for.
It's a bit further on. That's disappointing. Do you know what though? There must be a road leading from that one to t'other, so maybe I can get over there. because these rocks are starting to kill my feet.
And it seemed I might be in luck.
Oh, a person and a bridge. Rosthwaite, that's where I'm going. Oh, it's 1 mile down there. I'm gonna have a look over here. You're right.
You lost?
No, well, no. Is there a road that goes to Rosthwaite? Over, like a
You
pay.
don't have to go that way, you can go this way.
Oh,
This way-
brilliant.
This way is easier.
Yeah, because these stones are starting to kill my feet.
Absolutely hate that bit. It's horrible underfoot, and it's horrible underfoot further up. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
good.
But it wasn't such good news on the hotel front.
I'll
There's
be
no
fine.
B&Bs now, you see.
What about? Isn't there one in Rosthwaite?
Not at this time of year, love. They all closed for winter.
Right.
So there's no hotels there now.
Really?
No.
I saw a couple on the map.
There's a
Royal
Royal
Oak.
Oak.
Royal Oak. Yeah.
That's probably open.
Thanks
All
a lot.
right.
Have a good night. Oh. Oh, that feels so f***ing good. No hotels. Oh God, I hope I get something. Oh, I'm so glad it's not darker than this. I'm a bit annoyed at myself actually. Look at that. That is not where you want to be right now, or in half an hour's time, trust me. This way, I think. This does not feel good. I just so want to get there. This is what you want though. It's that feeling of, I can't wait to get to there. Football goals with a ball. I can't, not right now. And that is saying something.
At the next junction, it was decision time.
That's the youth hostel. Where the f is Rosthwaite then? Oh, I hate these shit signs. I think she said it was this way. I've got to try the pub, the inn. The potential rewards are just too great. They're too great.
One joint pounding mile later, I saw a dim but very welcome sign.
Does that say Rosthwaite? You can't see a f***ing thing right now. Yeah, Rosthwaite, here we are.
And the most inviting of pub lights.
Oh my God, here we are. It's definitely open.
But was there any room at the inn?
So I'm guessing you're not too busy at this time of year?
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I got quite lucky then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay and we'll see you later.
Thanks very much. See you downstairs. Oh man, that is a really good one. Oh shit, sorry. That is a really good one. So grateful to be here. Bloody last room. I had the bloody last room. Oh, my shoulders. Oh, God. What's that in miles? That's 20 miles, isn't it? 20 miles of not flat terrain in the rain. I'm proud of that. That might be, well, it's definitely one of the longest days hiking I've ever done. With a heavy backpack. Pat on the back, Tom. Now let's have a pint and a meal. Oh my God.
But as I showered and put on the least smelly of my clothes, I arrived at a most unusual realisation.
I'm so excited to get into that bar. But is it to have a beer, necessarily? That's what I can't figure out in my head. Maybe an alcohol-free would be alright. I'll still be happy.
And that was just enough reassurance and encouragement to ask a question I really didn't think I was going to ask until it actually came out my mouth.
Do you have any alcohol-free beers?
We do, yeah. We've got a Peroni, we've got a Heineken. Are you the gentleman who's come from Coniston?
Yeah, that's me.
You impressed the 4 people that were sitting there.
Oh, really?
They came in very full
They
of
came
you.
in and spoke about you, that's how we know.
Oh, wow. That makes it all the more worth it.
That evening I chatted to various people in the bar area, enjoyed an unexpectedly fancy 3-course meal, all without any great urge to sip an alcoholic beverage, and retired to bed a perfectly happy, incredibly tired man.
Oh, the blue skies. What a treat. Got to admit, it would have been a lovely feeling actually climbing out the tent this morning to this blue sky and sun. But I don't know, I think I needed that.
And I'm glad I did opt for the inn, because as I made my way through the west end of the village and the farm that's situated there, down towards the river, which had definitely calmed down a bit, and over this gorgeous old stone bridge into some of the most mystical woods I'd ever seen, something felt different. It could have been the sheer beauty of the place combined with the amazing blue skies, but that wasn't really it. What I was feeling was the exact opposite of a hangover.
I am glad that it was the 31st of January yesterday and not the 1st of Feb, because I definitely would have had a pint. I have been toying with the idea of extending my dry Jan to 3 months. Apparently 90 days is a real dopamine reset sweet spot, but I didn't know whether I could do it really. But the fact that I resisted that temptation, which is very, very unlike me, especially after such a grueling day, and the fact that I feel so fresh today, completely fresh-headed, and most importantly feeling good about myself still, you know, that self-worth that I've gained on this trip still, you know, maintained, if you like, that might just be the catalyst that makes me just carry on not drinking for another 2 months, and then after that, depending on how I feel, maybe forever. I think that's unlikely, don't get me wrong, but it might just happen.
I'd become so used to being in some sort of mild withdrawal all the time that I'd become convinced that I needed to drink in order to have a good time. And I'd become so used to feeling awful the day after a celebratory evening, so accustomed to the anxiety, the nausea, the low mood, and the overriding feeling of shame for inflicting all of those things on myself for the 1000th time, that I'd never actually considered that there might be a better way. As the sun's rays burnt away the remnants of the morning's mist, so a burden seemed to vanish within me, replaced by a great sense of opportunity and promise. And that feeling was only amplified by this next view.
Wow, that's Derwent water. Look how still that is. Oh my God. That heron taking off. That is effing beautiful. The teddy in the window. What is this? Hello, mate. You've been there a while, haven't you?
I was very tempted actually to have a dip in the lake, but I felt like I'd just about earned the right not to. Instead, I was more than happy to admire my surroundings, becoming quite fascinated with the diverse species of trees that were dotted around. Further on up the lake, as the day bloomed, more and more happy people appeared.
It's a throne.
It is a
throne.
And before too long, I found myself crossing the River Derwent once more and chalking off the final few furlongs of this special adventure.
Well, as my tired feet finally take me into the outskirts of Keswick, where I'm going to end this adventure, I can reflect on it. I've learnt a lot about the Lake District. I've been here before and I've hiked here before, but it's even more beautiful than I remember it being, and more vast as well. And I've learnt a few lessons about myself too, for sure. I mean, I've known for a long time that, and I've talked about putting yourself out your comfort zone and the benefits of it, but I really have unearthed more layers to that on this trip. Right, entering Keswick now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm not going to have a pint. Don't really need one. Just don't need one.
So despite the date on the calendar and the plethora of drinking holes that lined Keswick's main square, I opted for another 0%er.
Cheers.
And decided to head back to see my family a couple of hours early. Due to my lack of smartphone, I had to ask this lady for directions to the bus stop to Penrith, then proceeded to get completely lost.
This is totally wrong.
Caught the bus with seconds to spare.
I don't believe it. I can see the bus. Oh, thank You alright, mate, to Penrith, please.
And then found out that I couldn't get an earlier train without paying another 60 quid. So found a local pub in Penrith to sip more 0%ers and complete the English culinary experience. And that's where the footage ran out. Hi. I didn't really film after that, because I figured the adventure was over. But I wish I had, because I met a lovely 40-year-old couple in that same pub and we chatted for about an hour about all sorts of topics, including alcohol actually. And then when I did get the train, I had 2 more amazing interactions. Firstly, whilst changing at Crewe, obviously, there was an American student who saw me through the glass and was absolutely in shock to see me, because he'd followed me for years and I was a very small part of why he'd chose to study in the UK, and he said he'd been looking out for me in the UK, 60 million people, and he bloody found me. I mean, what are the odds of that? So that was hilarious. And then I met 2 blokes from Sutton Coldfield who were returning from the Shetland Isles, specifically the Viking Festival, and I just had the most amazing chat with them. That's the only way I can describe it. You often do on a train or plane, don't you? And we got on so well that we actually promised each other we'd go for a pint at some point, ironically. And you might wonder why I'm telling you all this, but I think it's really relevant because ordinarily I'd have been slightly hungover and I wouldn't have chatted to anyone. Or if I'd drank that day, I would have been really merry at the pub and then maybe fell asleep on the train or just crashed and regretted it the next day. And look, I don't want to knock boozing or people that choose to booze because I've done it my whole life and I've had so much fun throughout the years. And I'll more than likely drink again. Although I haven't yet this year, and it's the 5th of March. Baby due tomorrow, by the way. But something changed for me on that trip. That's all I can say. I just had such a lovely time in the lakes and such a lovely train journey home. And I just can't believe that all of it was without touching a drop. So for me, this adventure started out as one thing, which was leave your comfort zone, endure the wind and rain, put yourself through an ordeal and come out a stronger man. That was the original aim, and that's what I did. But by doing so, I inadvertently unlocked another superpower, if you like, which was to thrive without alcohol. Or at least the knowledge that there is another alternative way of doing things, which is frankly more rewarding. A lot of this stuff probably isn't relatable for many of you, especially the alcohol stuff, but I don't think it really matters because the main takeaway for me from all of this is that going on these tough, grueling adventures on your own, or just doing something that really scares you or intimidates you, is just so incredibly good for your self-worth, your confidence, your sense of identity, well-being, happiness, the lot. So get out there, push yourself, talk to yourself, encourage yourself, scream and shout, whatever, do whatever you have to do, but just don't give up. That's the one thing. And if you feel like you're someone who's just going to give up, then all the more reason to get out there because you will gain more from it than the next person. Good luck, everyone. Happy adventuring, and thanks so much for watching. That was a big one.